Breaking news tonight, two possible terror attacks inside the U.S. One targeting a Michigan synagogue, the other military officers in training at a Virginia university. What we're learning about the suspects. The terrifying scene in Michigan, a man driving his car into a massive synagogue, security opening fire, smoke pouring out of the building, first responders searching for explosives inside that car. Also tonight, the deadly school campus shooting targeting officers in training. What we know about the former Army National Guard member opening fire and his past connection to ISIS. The FBI investigation into both cases. Are they linked to or motivated by the war in Iran? The update in the Nancy Guthrie case just in. What the sheriff just told us exclusively about whether she was targeted. Also breaking tonight, an American aircraft down in the Middle East in Iraq, plus new attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. An oil tanker struck, bursting into flames. A drone nearly hitting the world's tallest building. The first official statement from the new Ayatollah tonight. Dangerous storms hitting millions from coast to coast. A blinding dust storm and hurricane-force winds toppling tractor trailers. Firefighters using chainsaws to rescue a trapped driver. Massive trees crushing homes, plus the snowstorm catching the D.C. area by surprise. Drone theft mystery, the manhunt for mass thieves who stole drones from a U.S. Army base. The popular protein bar accused of having 80% more calories than advertised. How the founder of David Protein is pushing back. Nightly News starts right now.
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas.
And good evening. We begin tonight with a terrifying day for America. Two horrific attacks, 700 miles apart, both being investigated as a possible terror attack. They come as the war with Iran rages on amid fears of retaliation here in the U.S. Right now, there is currently no known connection between a deadly shooting at a Virginia university and an attack on a Michigan synagogue. But they have sent a chill across the country tonight. This was the scene outside of Detroit today, one of the biggest synagogues in the country. Fire pouring out of it after a man rammed his car into its doors, then security started shooting. The synagogue had trained for an attack, and security took down the assailant, who died before any lives were lost. And at Old Dominion University in Virginia, a man firing on military officers in training, killing one of them and injuring two others. He had previously been arrested for supporting the terror group ISIS, both being investigated now as possible acts of terrorism. The president last night saying they were aware of Iranian sleeper cells inside the U.S. These incidents, experts say, more likely to be lone wolves than directed by Iran. We'll get into that in a moment, but we begin on the ground in Michigan. Ty Steele from our affiliate WDIV is outside that synagogue.
A terrifying scene at a Michigan synagogue today that's now being investigated as possible terrorism, according to the FBI. Police, bomb squads, and the FBI all racing to Temple Israel in West Bloomfield after reports of an active shooter and fire that was spreading across the sprawling complex. Authorities telling NBC News a man with a rifle drove a vehicle into the building with preschool in session. The suspect then managed to drive down a hall, but security guards working for the synagogue opened fire with the semi-automatic weapons. The suspect died.
It's hard to say how fast. I mean, he was traveling with purpose and down the hall.
Smoke seen billowing from the building is believed to be from a fire connected to the suspect's vehicle, which may have had explosives inside.
You couldn't even see the hall was completely clear. We had to send people in with gas masks to clear that area.
The sheriff says one of the security guards was taken to the hospital after being hit by the vehicle, but is expected to be okay. No Temple staff or children from the daycare or preschool were injured. They were all evacuated and hours later reunited with their families. The president spoke about today's incident.
It's a terrible thing. We're going to be right down to the bottom of it.
Law enforcement says it is ramping up security at all Jewish facilities in the area. Many were already on heightened alert after recent attacks against the Jewish community. From arson at a Mississippi